Welcome back to Saints Row 4. Last time we did a bunch of missions for Keith David, and today, I'll be doing more of those. But first, since there's no new conversations to really look at, because we're pretending most of those DLC characters don't exist just yet, I want to show off the gateway functions, mainly the gang customization. This is where you do this sort of thing. Yeah, there is gang customization. Eventually Kinsey can start hacking in more help for us, so just like in the other Saints Rows, you are allowed to choose what you get for your gang, from people to cars. So I don't know if I'm going to differentiate too much from what I did in the previous game, but there are definitely some new categories, some new models to use. But, yeah, we're just gonna go through these. Alright, Punk, and am I going for Ninja again? Oh, going for Clubber this time. Okay, no ninjas. So, you can also choose their taunts. All of these, of course, are the same as what the boss gets, so this wasn't me showing things off, this is mostly just me going like, alright, what do I do? Well, what do I choose? I don't know. And of course, vehicles. This is a little bit for you. I mean, especially in this game, where, you know, you're kinda just choosing what the aesthetic of your backup is, since you probably don't really need the vehicles that much. I didn't even really use them in Saints Row the 3rd either. You know, a couple of times early on I did definitely make my getaway in those vehicles, but later on not so much. But yeah, in this game it's just, maybe if you want a vehicle for later on you can just snag one of those, but otherwise, you don't need the helps vehicles. You can run, it's fine. You can make your own getaway.
They're from Utah, but don't judge them. They rock. Here's neon trees with teenage
Zinyak's only as good as his soldiers. Take out this patrol.
He's only as good as his soldiers? Jeez. That's no good at all then. He should be easy. As long as he doesn't teleport behind me and say nothing personnel kid this time, I'm good. But yeah, since there are no more hideouts as we know them, the gateway is just the replacement for it, so it is just a menu, instead of having a base with a menu attached to it, as it was in the 3rd. I don't know, I think, yet again, I feel like if I'm gonna go for favorites, it's either 2 or 4. Because, like, 2 actually has real base customization, and it's not just upgrades make your place bigger. It is actually, you get to choose the style of the places you hang out in, and like I said in the 3rd, I didn't really make much use out of that, but at the same time, I did sort of miss it when it was gone and had that sort of half replacement. So now that we're here, I actually don't mind it that much. Oh, goodbye. Explosion is so OP against grunts, seriously. You can pretty much remove any flashpoint almost instantly with explosions, because it is just, you explode people with a blast, and then when things explode, it makes things around them explode. It's a chain reaction.
I found an insert point for you.
Oh, thank you, Keith David. Again, I probably can't call you Keith, I don't know you like that, and you're a real-ass person. Anyway though, right. Where was I? Oh yeah, like, I guess, you know, I didn't really like the sort of half-there replacement in the 3rd, so the fact that it's just a menu now is kind of just like, okay, you cut out the semblance of trying to make this like Saints Row 2 in that regard. So, honestly, I'm fine with it. There's nothing kind of making that half-hearted attempt, and so because of that, it's like, okay, yeah, no, you just strip that part of it down to the minimum, and I'm actually kind of fine with it again. Because again, yeah, I didn't really pay that much attention to the hideouts in Saints Row 2. I decorate them, and I feel some satisfaction from that, but afterwards, you know, I'm just in and out. I'm only really paying attention to that for, like, episode intros sometimes. But yeah, I guess ultimately I'd prefer that they're there, but also they're not the most necessary. That wasn't supposed to happen there either. But yeah, like, it's one of those, it's not exactly necessary, but like, if it's there, I think it's a cool function. Okay, let's make some people explode now. Did I say people? I did mean vehicles too. Those can also explode. Maybe that's due to the other people exploding, rather than necessarily being a part of that, chain of explosions, but at the end of the day, they explode anyway, so, like, what's the difference? It is effectively the same thing. Oh god, I don't like looking at you. Fucking Rayman mosquito-ass motherfuckers. Okay, so yeah, remember how I said, the whole simulation thing means that they can get kinda weird with some of the NPCs? Yeah, just going around normally you won't see horrible glitches like this, but yeah, for some viruses they do get very freaky. Oh yeah, that's just a really fucked up vehicle, and that's just a really fucked up person. Also, have I mentioned that the melee animations in this game are really good? Oh god, please stop making that noise. I didn't even realize you made those noises when I was playing. My volume was too low to hear these things, but oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's actually mildly terrifying. What was I gonna say again? Oh right, yeah, Melee. Melee actually looks really good in this game, and I did like the animations in the third, but extremely good. Good way to end that. No, that was our first virus injection, wasn't that? That did say 1. But yeah, I did like these the melee animations in the third. They were pretty cool, but now that they can just give you superpowers, they look even better. They are just absolutely wild. They just go all in with them, and I really appreciate that. Anyway, since we do have another moment, let's see. So, we are currently listening to Gen X, which has been here, you know, the whole time, right? Was it in Saints? Yeah, I was in Saints Row 1. I just, again, I didn't do that one, so, yeah, I don't remember it from that game, because I don't really know any of the radio stations in that game. Anyway, how do we pronounce this? The DJ for Gen X in this game is Tommy Macher. Macher? It's M-A-C-H-E-R, so it's probably Macher. So anyway, I mentioned I didn't really particularly care for Tatiana in the previous game, but I'm gonna be honest, I kind of prefer her over this guy. Now I'm actually kind of curious as to how I would have liked the Gen X DJ in the first game. I should probably give those a listen at some point, but anyway, since I'm blowing up a whole lot of vehicles, I should mention, do want to get back to Gen X in a sec, but I'm in a vehicle that in the previous game was a pain in the ass, or similar to it anyway. The armored vehicle was absolutely terrible in that game, and I hated doing that vehicle theft. In this game, maybe it's in part thanks to the fact that I have nitro on every vehicle, but this is way more tolerable. Like, I definitely took a lot of damage, but most of that was my fault because I kept driving into people. And look, I can make people explode by nitroing into them, but that does damage your vehicle a lot, so if you need your vehicle to survive, don't count on it too much, because it will hurt you a lot. So yeah, that's Chop Shop. That was so much easier than anything in the third. I hated Chop Shop in that game so much, so cool that I don't have to deal with that.
Racing causes the simulation to freak out. I like this.
Me too, I like the sound of racing. But yeah, no, it's way better in this
AWOL
game.
Nation, burn it down. Nothing else to say.
I think there
It's
is.
the lead track off their debut album, Here's Howl by Beware of Darkness.
But yeah, Tatiana was kind of, the stereotypical hipster in the third. And I didn't really find it that funny. But this guy is kind of a snob and also boring in comparison. So yeah, like I was saying, I'm kind of curious how I get on with the first game's DJ. I'm curious if I just find him insufferable. Because, of course, Saints Row 2 had horribly one of the best DJs for the channel, DJ Veteran Child, and then he was replaced by Altor FM. So, Gen X, one of my favorite radio stations through the series, some of my least favorite DJs. Of course, I don't know, Veteran Child was okay as a DJ, but, as a character, he's very much a love-to-hate-him kind of guy. They made a guy who sucked very successfully, in that I hate him. But yeah, no, I do, like the songs, but... yeah, I'm just not keen on the actual people commenting over them. Alright, so yeah, race. I think by this point I definitely found my strategy of use the right stick more than trying to turn while using the right stick. Like using both sticks at once is kind of cumbersome. I found way more success by doing this. Yeah, I'm definitely relying more on the right stick. But yeah, oh, and I didn't mention it before, but you do want to pick up the green orbs because they do stall the timer, in addition to giving you a bit of a better boost. The super boost does not last particularly long. These things are littered everywhere because you kind of need to pick them up constantly. You're not going to be getting any good score in this one if you don't pick these up. Though, of course, it's also hard to not pick them up, because, they're also your guiding light. You need to follow them to actually know where you're going. It still works, it still works, it still works. Perfect. Gold. Could not have done better. Absolutely no fault in that whatsoever. Oh, okay. Still had a good 4 seconds on that one, nice. Alright, I'm trying to think back. I have segued into basically every topic I've had in this video. But I think I've completed all my thoughts. I think I have no more to say on what I've said thus far. So I think I can move on without any guilt. Alright, is that it for this one? It is. It's sort of the halfway point.
You to the asshole in charge. See me when you want to finish this.
It's 13 minutes out of the 31 minutes here, so yeah, that's about halfway through. I sort of divided this one up evenly. But yeah, this is a much shorter episode than last episode. That was the bulk of it, probably because I was picking up more stuff. I had to show off the ship a little bit. So on and so forth. But yeah, from now on, I don't need to show off the ship. We're done with that. You've seen the ship. Now we just need to progress through it, to talk to people only, not to check anything out. Oh, and of course, I should, follow up. The end of the last episode, we did get unlimited sprints, which, again, if there are things that take up stamina, like gliding, you see there, does still take up stamina. However, it doesn't really take up that much stamina, really, for how long you're ever going to use it at a time. So, yeah, only jumping takes stamina, but it is so much less than sprinting does. I can just run forever now, and maybe that's the other reason this segment of the video is so much shorter, is because I didn't have to stop every few seconds to wait for the stamina. So yeah, like I said last time, you probably could, or I probably could have just stopped and gone on to the next story stuff, but no, I did all the Keith David stuff in one go.
What's awesome? Bands that play actual fucking instruments.
Oh god, shut up.
That was Howl by Beware of Darkness. My ex-wife promised me a jetpack once. Bitch.
God, shut up. See, he's the same kind of asshole, but even more boring. I hate this guy. Anyway, yeah, back to the ship. So yeah, that is admittedly by far, the most, worthwhile of Keith David's rewards. The, unlimited sprint. But I do want to get the other ones, over and done with before moving on. I wanted to get this all in one-ish go. I mean, I played this all in one go. I'm just not showing it to you all in one go. Like, for binge purposes it doesn't matter, but for me it does.
Found some more ways to show Zinyak who's really in charge here. I'll walk you through them.
That Topeka Town Hall did get pretty rough.
Well, that didn't actually match the subtitle. Okay, admittedly that second thing was also useful. You do get more time to do pipe dreams, so you want to do that as soon as possible because, you know, if you hack all the stores, then that's useless. Though I also can't imagine you would hack all of the stores before doing the set of missions. Alright, so anything worthwhile. I mean, ammo's always good. Well, I mean, obviously we want to get that. That is also useless if you do all the hacking first. So you do want to be able to get bonuses. I guess I probably should have waited on some of those until I got that, but again, I needed some stuff set up. I wanted a different outfit for this one, and I wanted to change my hair. It's important. Alright, well, technically glide efficiency is really good, just because that's all I'm really using my stamina on anymore. But it's also not super necessary, because like I said, I don't think gliding really takes that much stamina for how often you're going to use it. Like, I'll take it, making stamina even less of an issue whatsoever, but... I think that, yeah, that's, not gonna be the most useful thing, but I didn't have that many other powers to get anyway, so I may as well. I'm pretty sure there is an unlimited stamina thing you can buy later on, and like... Why, though? It is no longer going to be priority number 1.
Campaigning is a mix of towing the line and shaking up the establishment. Like those rifts around town, you know?
I actually don't know about the rifts around town, because I haven't gone on to do story stuff yet. So this is actually a new thing to me, Keith David. But yeah, like... in every Saints Row game, getting unlimited stamina is like one of the best rewards. And here it's kind of a necessity to get unlimited sprinting, and after that, the rest isn't really super necessary.
Run along the path, collecting bits of virus along the data stream.
Who are you?
Purple data is larger and therefore worth more to you. The more you collect, the stronger the rift will be. Watch out for the Zin's antivirus programs, as they will be laying obstacles in your way, which will break the flow of your combined virus.
Oh, I don't want my
Catching
flow
up to the
broken.
Zin will destroy them and aid your virus, however. Good luck.
Thanks, whoever you are. Oh, hey, there's a flame clock back there. We should probably break that. Later, however. First, we have an auto runner to take care of. So yeah, 3, 2, 1... I'm going forward automatically, that's not me doing that. So yeah, this is kind of a neat little sub-game. It kind of works similarly to how it did in the previous game, the cyber trailblazing. Except instead of being in a motorcycle, you just run. So this is basically you building up your burst so that you can press the right button, or the right trigger, and you can break those little walls back there. The more of those you break, the faster you get to the Zin antivirus. So you want to burst pretty much anytime you see a section like... well, that's pretty good. You also just run faster in general, so you'll also catch up to the antivirus like that. But yeah, being able to destroy barriers is also kind of a thing that will help along the way. So yeah, we want to do that. Bust stuff down for more score, catch up, and we're already at bronze. That's all you really need to complete these.
More to you than I thought.
I don't know who you are, so I don't know anything about you. I don't know why you know anything about me. I'm gonna have Kinsey look into that one. But yeah, I've pretty much already got it, but I would definitely not be fine with sucking from this point onwards, basically. I would have to do really bad to not get to silver at this point. Oh, and if you're wondering, though, those red sections are not like the little recharge points in F-Zero, even though they look like them. So I'm not doing a dumb by avoiding them. Ah, crud. There we go, this should be able to catch me up to you. Nope. Not quite. But yeah, those are actually pits, the little red sections, so yeah, don't touch those. Otherwise you fall down. It's not an instant kill or anything, but yeah, it's just the same sort of thing as getting hit by the barriers, you lose a bit of flow.
Too easy for you, is it?
This combo. You also want to be careful of those pits, because, well, they're pits. Same thing as the red section. And we're already at gold.
I believe this may work.
It already has. I could just not do well for the rest of this, and it would be fine. But I'm not going to mess up. Though we can see our goal coming up. That big purple tower is where we're going.
The rift is beginning to stabilize.
We still got the guy at the end. Hell yeah. So yes, that is a speed rift. As the title implies, there is more rifts than just the speed variety. We will see those another day, though. Speed is all we're doing today. Don't take that one out of context. So since that's the only rift, and oh, is there any NPCs around? It doesn't look like it. NPCs get really fucky when they're around the rifts. Alright, Keith David, got anything to say?
Boys Inn's on patrol. They won't stop until we send them a clear message.
I don't know if they're really patrolling, per se. They're kind of just standing around. The game sometimes tries to say that, like, they're doing things, or, like, trying to reestablish the hotspots, or the points, or whatever, but they don't. They don't do that. There's actually no takebacks in this game, which is great. The virus injections are the closest thing to it, that's your survival mission type. But yeah, they are not random events that happen like they were in the first 3 games. And thank goodness for that. I hated those, especially in 3. I was kind of okay with them in 1 and I think probably 2 the most, because I was very invested in playing 2. And so I didn't mind the fact that takebacks happened as much, just because, like, okay, I'm playing the game of actually having a territory struggle.
Why should you climb this tower? Because it's there.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's really the reason for all of them. Again, there's only 5, so... if I didn't want to pace myself, I could very easily just get to every tower and finish them. I'm not going to do that, but I could. Might have also been what I did in my initial run. I don't know, I feel like I was not as beholden to the mission flow the first time I played this game. I kind of just did things on my own. But, yeah, so like I was saying, around rifts, NPCs get very messed up. So think the enemies I was seeing in the virus injection, that particular one, they were, very messed up. They are like that constantly, if they're around a rift. So that is one way you can see a very messed up NPC. Alright, are we getting to the tower now, or is this more... looking for stuff? Oh, I might actually be started. Up, she's doing it. She did it. Oh, she fucked up. Okay, take 2. And thankfully we don't have a terrible director shouting at someone next to us this time. Alright, so, right, next tower. Woo! So, anything I didn't get to the end of in the last section? See, I want to space out my topics, so I'm trying to think of anything else I might have missed in the last episode. The problem is that's last week, and so I only sort of remembered what I talked about. I remember I talked about subjectivity. Though I did think of, since I don't have anything else on my mind at the moment, I did think of another game that people are fine with kind of being the same every time. Though, in a strange bit of misfortune, the director was not fond of it. But, the Katamari series, people are definitely down to just roll up a ball of stuff in different locations. Maybe with some different gimmicks here and there in different levels, but mostly just playing as a little guy rolling up a big ball of stuff. That's the kind of game that people are actually down with being, more or less the same thing every time.
Yeah! We were promised jetpacks, but what we got was great fucking music. What's that you say?
I didn't.
You haven't heard Rad Times by Black Bananas? My child, let me be your salvation.
Shut up. This is gonna be my only response to that guy. But yeah, no, the director infamously didn't want there to be a sequel to Katamari. But they did it anyway. And not the worst thing to ever happen. It's not like it was bad, but, do kind of feel bad for it. But yeah, expectations for things are always different in huge and catastrophic ways, I guess. Like I said, Saints Row is a series where people really had expectations, and the developers, they wanted to do some things, and, I'm one of the people who respects their decisions. I dig what Volition was doing, I appreciate these, but other people very much did not. Some people really do prefer the more down-to-earth stuff, which, again, is fine, but people, of course, take it way too far. Some people apparently have had their parents murdered by Volition or something to draw that much higher. Yeah, seriously, we're already 3 out of 5, jeez.
Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Come on by for a proper congratulations.
Oh, is that all? Man. Didn't feel like we did much for that one. So yeah, this is what the town looks like now. Honestly, Keith David's got a lot of missions for us, and that winds up doing a lot of takeover overall. If you just do all these missions at the beginning, you get a good head start on the city, which, that does mean a pretty good boost to cash right from the word go. So yeah, can't argue with that. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those situations where if people were normal about not liking later Saints Row, I would be more understanding and fine with it, but there are some people who have zero chill about what they like and don't like. And again, you don't have to like it, that's fine. If you can just simply say these later things aren't for me, cool. If the things that the company didn't want to do weren't to your taste, it's fine. You don't have to like it. That's always fine, but yeah, no, there's just some people who really truly hate this video game company for making decisions far more than the various things in their lives that are actively harmful to them. I'm going to guess they don't have nearly as much of a vendetta against those nebulous things that are too numerous for me to really want to list off right now.
That's why you're the commander-in-chief. Shame you'll never get the chance for re-election.
We would have had a marvelous second term, Keith.
If you don't know what this is about, I'll tell you later. But yeah, also I just don't want to bring down the mood by mentioning all of the evils of Earth right now. I've had enough of those. I just want to talk about Saints Row. The world where a different unhinged psychopath got into the White House, but again, I cannot stress this enough. Way more preferable. The Earth has exploded. Still a better 2019. Alright, let's see what we got under powers, but once we're done with this, that's gonna be it for the day, and it doesn't seem like anything really got added. So that's it for the day. Right, so, that'll be it for Saints Row 4 today. Next time, we really need to expand our reach in the simulation, so let's go back to Kinsey and, see what she might have for us.